About how you all view what's going to happen this weekend. Obviously, it affects where you all might go. How interested a fan will you be on Saturday? How will you go about following?
I feel like I'm just going to watch the games, hoping that whatever happens turns out in the favor of the Buckeyes. But, it's almost like, we did this to ourselves type of deal. We beat Michigan State, then we beat Team North, and we're not even having this conversation, you know what I'm saying? So, with that, like I said, I'm going to watch like everybody else. It would be hard for me to say I'm rooting for somebody. I'm not that, I don't know. That's not really me, maybe other guys, but not me personally. But that's how I feel.
JT, what are your plans for it? What are you going to do? You have some teammates coming over, and which game are you most excited to watch?
Anybody coming over. I'll probably go to Cardell's house. Probably watch the North Carolina game. I like watching Clemson. Me and Deshaun Watson, pretty cool. We met out at the Elite 11 as camp counselors, and it's cool, dude. I like watching those offenses go to each other, honestly, North Carolina as well. So I'll definitely watch that game. And I'll try to watch the USC game. Cool with Cody Kessler, too.
JT, you mentioned as a player to sit back, knowing what you went through last year, to sit back and watch these games and know that somebody else holds your destiny?
Yeah, it's different. Like you said, last year we was kind of in control of our own destiny, being where we were at this time last year. So it's just a different feeling. I think to do is watch and hope for the best, really.
Hey, JT, you said that you feel like you guys put yourself in a bad situation with the Michigan State, did this to yourself. The question I have is, there's a big debate just across college football in general about if some of these things do happen, who belongs to be in. Do you have an opinion on your resume in comparison to some of the other teams that are vying for that fourth spot, and where do you kind of stand on the whole thing in general?
I'm really confident in our team as Ohio State. I can't speak on other people's schedules or wins or losses, but I know as we stand as Ohio State here today, I feel like we're one of the top teams in the country, one of the top 4 teams in the country. I'll take us against anybody right now. So that's how I feel.
JT, how surprised were you that you guys had 3 first-team selections on offense, Big Ten?
We just got, I don't know, I guess I wasn't surprised if that's the thing. I know we got great players here. And players that work hard and just really want to do well for the craft and their team. So like I said, I really wasn't surprised about we had guys that had outstanding years, and it's kudos to them.
As you reflect on the Michigan game, was it just the perfect storm? And you go up there, almost 500 yards of total offense against a good defense on their field, 42 points. Just reflect on that game.
That's a good team, like you said. We're a good team. We knew we had to prepare well in order to go out there and play well. So I think that's the mindset. In the week, it was just, sounds like what do you have to lose? You're playing our rivals and going to their stadium. And, how do you want to go out as far as the series? And I think that was the mindset. I'm not a senior, but I wanted to play hard for those guys and make sure that they went out against the team of North on a good note. And so we just prepared hard and know we play for each other. It's one of those type feelings, especially it's different, going away games, because you always have that feeling like it's us against the world, but when you play your rivals, especially the team of North, it's really us against them, and their environment is really that true feeling of us against the world. So, it's a great atmosphere, like I said, great team. We just played hard for each other, and unfortunately we came out good in us.
Was there part of you open for chaos? Why couldn't we do this all year? Why couldn't we play like this all year?
Say it again?
Was there a part of you you could obviously do it against a very good team on the road? Mm-hmm. Was there a feeling like, geez, where's this been all year?
No, I didn't. I didn't think like that. I don't think like that. I really don't know how to answer your question, because I just don't think like that.
Well, in terms of what you learned from the Michigan game, obviously you spoke after the game about the difference having Ed Warner upstairs as opposed to on the field made. Any other things that you all have noticed in the study of that game that maybe explain why the offense just worked a little bit better for you?
I think it was just what we presented. Their defense, one high, play man zone coverage, and the way we work around here, we get one high, that tells us to run the ball, and we equate numbers by doing the read option, which we do very well, me and Zeke. And so it just went back to our base thing. So I guess you could say, in other games in the year, we got some funky looks that took us away from our base stuff. But when you face good teams and you play fast, you get base coverage. And so we got base coverage, and we just did what we did. And like he said, was a kind of a thought of, can we do it all year? I don't know. Like I said, I don't even think like that, but I just know that they gave us something that we need. We made completions on the outside, one-on-one, and running the ball. We ran hard, and the offensive line did a good job up front controlling line.
JT, is Zeke deserving of being in serious consideration for the Heisman Trophy next week? I mean, you've watched him play for a couple of years now and stuff. What's your take on that? Obviously, you were a fifth-place finisher, and you should know a little bit about deserving.
Yeah, I believe so. He's it's just you watch our games. It's just crazy when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. Is when it's like a crazy deal. So, like I don't think maybe people outside of really don't look at that. They see what he does when he has the ball in his hands. But as far as like where's the pass blocking, me running the ball, I see the blocks. Like I'm running a sweep to the left, and I see him chop a guy like a cherry tree. It's like how many other backs could do that in the country?
Will do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. I mean, well, can't do it, but in fact, we'll do it and put their body on the line just so I can get 3 yards. Am I gonna break for 80? Not really. So I definitely think he's deserving of being in there. You don't get running backs like that. Like I said, you don't get running backs that do that for you. So I think definitely deserves to be there.
Some people have said, some national critics have said, though, what he stepped up and said after that Michigan State game, they've held it against him. What is your take on that? You're a team leader.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to tell you that we all make mistakes, man, especially the things I went through this year, the season. And that's the thing. I know Zeke on a personal level. There's people that probably do a Heisman they don't really understand, and he's not. He said that kind of at that time after we lost and the way we played offensively. I mean, I was upset. As far as I wasn't that hot as he was, but we make mistakes, and what I'm saying, we're young people, we're 20 years old, and I heard playing college football, we learn to compete, and sometimes the emotions get to us. Yeah, definitely. And so with that, I know he's a great dude, and he loves his teammates. He loves being around here. He loves the guys, loves Ohio State, and really cares about us as a team. And he said that no one, and that's the kind of type of deal. Like he said that, and I think it's one of those deals. Like he wants the ball in order to help the team win. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a receiver. So, example like Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas wants the ball. Every receiver wants the ball. But why do you want the ball? You want the ball just so you can make plays and you can shine, or you want the ball being that you want to make plays for your team in order for us to win? You know what I'm saying? So it's that difference in people, and I know our guys like that. Like I said, Mike's one of those guys. Like, yeah, he wants the ball. Absolutely, they're receivers, but for some fact that he wants to make plays for the team in order for us to win, and I think Zeke's the same.
Is this a year when y'all will look back and go, man, the way the offense played against Michigan just rammed it down their throat to us, where there will be regrets about the offense not getting its total act together for so long?
No, I don't think so. I don't. I'll try not to live in regret. It's one of those deals. Like I said, after the game, we all learned. You know what I'm saying? I think this is just a learning process. So we played Michigan State, we didn't play as offense. Then you go back and you ask yourselves why. Why didn't we play that? And so if we did that, it's almost like a regroup, like anything that happens in somebody's life. You live and you learn in whatever situation it may be. And I think that's what we just did as an offense. We were doing things, doing things that we feel like we were good at. We got great players, so I feel like we were doing well. Won a whole bunch of games doing those things. So with that, after you lose, you look back at the game and be like, well, what can we do better? And I think that's what we did, and we came out with a better mindset and better plan, and I think it just worked for us. So.
If you don't get
last question,
if you don't get the help that you need this week, JT, how do you look at this? I mean, you went 11-1, you only lost one game, you're still going to go somewhere.
Right.
What is your takeaway? I know you're hoping for chaos. If it doesn't happen, what's the thought process going into the last game?
Make the most of it. I mean, like you said, you want things that fall in our favor, absolutely. But then again, I mean, you're gonna play with the cards you're handed with or you dealt. So just gonna go out there and have a good time. Make sure we go out there and play well wherever we end up, whether it be the playoffs or not, wherever we may be picked to go, and go out there and play hard to win a game and make sure we win for the seniors. So I think that's offense. I'm gonna make sure that's the team mindset, not just the offense. I was about to say just offense. But I think that should be the team mindset doing that. I mean, as seniors, some of the guys are gonna be. This is his last time playing football again, and I think with that, you want them to go out and get note and win. And just like when we play team on North, you want to go out beating our rivals, and I think it's the same thing. You want to go out with a win. So I think that should be the mindset. It's going to be.
Thank you,
Thanks,
JT.
JT. Appreciate it.